First now on the Kelly File, an everyday mom details the heart-wrenching decisions she says her family's now facing after finding out that the cost of her insurance coverage may rise more than 300%. Trace Gallagher spoke with her from Los Angeles today. Trace.
Her name, Megan, is Julie Dalton, and today she spoke at a congressional field hearing about the Affordable Care Act. She was emotional, she was compelling, and yes, Congress was listening very intently. Dalton told lawmakers that in 2009 her family dropped their insurance because of cost. But in 2011 they decided to take the president at his word that if you like your plan, you can keep it. They got a plan and they liked it. Unfortunately, as millions of Americans have learned, it was not grandfathered. Listen to Julie.
But up until then, I wasn't even aware that there was such a thing as a grandfather clause. Certainly, if we had known that, we would have tried to comply with that.
So her plan that she was paying $375 a month for was canceled. Her new plan? $1,180 a month, an $800+ increase. Even though her husband is a dentist, they cannot afford it. Then they learned they qualified for subsidies, but instead of being relieved, she was angry. Listen again.
My husband to become proficient in a trade just so that he could take a subsidy. That's not what we want. And frankly, we find it abhorrent that we would spend that much time to become self-reliant, only to then burden our children and our grandchildren to pay for something which 2 months ago we were handling just fine.
Doesn't want to pay for anything that her kids are going to have to pay for later. Even with the subsidies that only cost or cover $250 a month, the plan would still be over $900. Arizona did extend their individual plans, so the Daltons get a reprieve until 2015. But then what? Listen.
We don't have any options. My husband and I are now in our middle age. We're going to be needing health care more and more. We've been very blessed up till now. We haven't needed a doctor. But going forward we will. And now what?
And now what? At one point during today's hearing, Megan, she started to cry, and a congressman said that she almost made him cry. Megan.